Good morning. For the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many. I want today to talk about some S words, and I'm going to start with the S word, service. Now, unlike my wife, Rebecca Lyman, I repeat myself when I talk. For the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many. In the gospel lesson for today, Jesus invited James and John to join him in drinking the cup that he drank and in the baptism by which he was baptized. He was saying, in effect, "Follow me." But then Jesus expressly revealed to his disciples his specific mission: to serve others and to give his life as a ransom, a payment for redemption for many. In describing his own mission, Jesus was also inviting his followers to follow him in service and sacrifice. Sacrifice, now that's another S word. As we sometimes hear in our liturgy, Jesus offered himself a perfect sacrifice for the whole world. We follow him when we say we offer our sacrifice of praise and thanksgiving. And this day and every Sunday, we celebrate in the Eucharist a sacrament of thanksgiving. Another S word, sacrament. Sacrament is explained as an outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual grace. Service, sacrifice, and sacrament all come together in this season of emphasis on stewardship. Serving others is often a source of joy. There are countless ways of serving others: cooking a meal for loved ones or friends, providing hot meals at a soup kitchen, or providing shelter or a place to sleep, working on a committee, caring for the property or planning events, performing music, giving a friend a ride to church, teaching those eager to learn, leading a small group, giving directions to someone who is lost, paying attention to someone and listening to them, showing that they matter. These are often pleasing to those who perform these acts. It's pleasing to make a difference in the lives of others through our actions. I stand amazed at how members of our parish serve each other and serve our communities. As just one example, this year I participated in the Sacred Ground program, part of the broader Episcopal Church's initiative on becoming beloved community, which combined shared learning about racial justice issues with personal reflections and theological discussions, and with desires and ideas for how to transform our parish community and our community beyond our parish. Those who organized the initiative, those who served as facilitators, and all of those who participated in my own small group contributed their time, their energy, their insight, their honesty, and their vulnerability to a project that transformed me, as I am sure it has transformed others. It was a powerful experience, remarkable in so many ways, because each person brought gifts to and served the others. Service to others often involves sacrifice: time, energy, effort, comfort, cost, foregoing other choices, placing ourselves at risk. Sacrifice isn't meant to be something easy or comfortable. But when our service to others is grounded on love, those sacrifices are worthwhile. We are pleased to make the sacrifice whether the love is for our families, our friends and neighbors, or any other child of God. In our busyness, we often cannot or do not dwell on the niceties of service and sacrifice. We maintain our calendars, schedule our appointments, check our emails, pay our bills. There have been times in my life when I have dashed off a pledge card, or I've scribbled out a check to drop in the plate or put in the mail, where the making a commitment to the church or paying a pledge felt like taking out a loan or paying a PG&E bill. The acts felt like drudgery or things to check off a checklist of a to-do list. That is when focusing on sacrament is useful, when considering our service and sacrifice in making our financial commitment to the church. Again, the meaning of sacrament is an outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual grace. That grace is the favor we feel from God, a sense of our relation to God as a child of God, of our worth, of our connectedness to all of God's creation. With it is a feeling of how much God has given us in all aspects of our lives, life itself, our relations, our world and environment, and our material blessings. Our response to grace is gratitude, a sense of thankfulness. How do we express our thanks? Not only in our inner lives of prayer and contemplation, but also through outward and visible actions in making our sacrifice of thanks and praise. That's what our Holy Eucharist is, our formal liturgical thanksgiving. The modern Greek word for thank you is Eucharisto, the modern Greek pronunciation of the verb Eucharisto. There's a relationship. But the outward and visible actions of thanksgiving do not consist only of participation in the Holy Eucharist liturgy. It also includes important service and sacrifice by providing financial support for the parish and its programs. Stewardship entails protecting and preserving gifts we have received. In a parish context, that means ensuring the well-being of our community, its operations and activities, the facilities that support its operations and activities, and their continued health for the benefit of future generations. It means providing a foundation for the future, for building on the dreams of today. Facing our broken and difficult world, our connectedness with each other is a source of strength and comfort in living a life of faith and commitment to the teachings of Jesus. I ask you to consider the making of a financial commitment to the church as your liturgical act, a sacrament of thanksgiving. Stop. Reflect on the grace you have received. Count your blessings. Heed your dreams. Find a commitment that both expresses gratitude for what you have received and also brings you joy in making your gift that financially strengthens our bonds of faith and service. Only then fill out a pledge card. And every time you write a check in fulfillment of your commitment, take the time again to dwell on your gratitude, to celebrate the blessings and joy of all that we are and do together. Consider that act a sacrament. I invite you to try something new this year. As you know, the church provides opportunities at Christmas and Easter to make special gifts in honor of others, and it provides little sheets for persons to fill out when making a donation to indicate whom they wish to honor. When you make a pledge commitment this year, with this pledge card that some of you may have already received in the mail or will receive soon. When you make the pledge commitment, please consider identifying one or two things for which you are grateful, whether it's in the parish, in your life, in God's creation. And on the back, underneath the vestry stewardship statement, just right here, some of the things that you are grateful for, and in honor of which you make your commitment. And whenever you write a check, for those of us who still write checks, consider identifying something for which you are grateful on the memo line of the check. Let your act of filling out the pledge card, let your act of writing the check include an explicit expression of gratitude. As we focus our thoughts and prayers on our decisions regarding financial support of the church in the next year, let us consider a loving and joyful sacrifice in service to our parish community and to those within it, and in thanks to God for the blessings of our lives. Amen.